This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On shows that we do. But tonight, man, Giants, more bad baseball. I wish I had some better news for you guys, but they're off to their worst start at home in more than a quarter century. Their bad play continued as they wasted an early lead and fell 6-4 to the Phillies at Oracle Park. Again, it was the bullpen that gave up the game late in this one. Seventh inning, Giants had a lead to start it off, did not have a lead when that inning concluded, allowed the Phillies to score 4 runs and take the lead in that spot. Some bad defense combined with some poor pitching really spelled doom for the Giants. And the offense, after a nice kind of breakout start to this game, completely fell off the cliff in the second half of this one. No consistency to be found anywhere on this roster. We'll break it all down, but first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. If you aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. Make sure to check out the Locked On Giants daily show for more in-depth coverage. And today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code Locked On for $20 off your first purchase. And let's just get right to it, man. Today's turning point wasn't very good for the Giants.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And of course, we're talking about that big 7th inning for the Phillies. And this is the same spot that we saw the Giants give away the game last night. And it just continues to be a problem, man. You had Adrian Houser come out for that 7th inning to start it, and he had pitched pretty good throughout this game. He only had given up 2 runs prior through those 6 innings, but I don't know that I like Adrian Houser coming back out in that inning. I mean, again, he was having an all right day, but once you start relying on guys like Adrian Houser to go more than 6 innings, you're going to run into some trouble, man. I mean, you know who these guys are, right? These career kind of like, middle of the rotation type guys who towards the back end of the rotation type guys who are just there to eat 5 to 6 innings and give you, hopefully keep you within a few runs and not give up more than 3 or 4. Houser did exactly that tonight. He did his job. Like, Adrian Houser did what he was supposed to do based on what the Giants brought him in here for. Where you get into trouble with guys like Adrian Houser is when you have a bullpen that is this god awful and you push them to try and go 7 innings or later. And once these guys are facing the same order, a third time, a fourth time, they don't have the stuff to get over it. Adrian Houser, I mean, I'm not trying to, this isn't a dump on Adrian Houser show. He was one of the few relative bright spots for the Giants today. He does end up getting charged for 4 runs in this one, although that's just because the 2 base runners that he allowed to start the 7th inning ended up coming in to score. He makes a mistake to Justin Crawford, the leadoff batter of that 7th inning, and the 9-hitter in this order. And with an order like this, I know the Phillies have not been hitting well to start the season, but there's so many pro hitters on this team. I mean, you could take any number of guys from this team and put them on the Giants. They would immediately be the best hitter on this Giants team. I mean, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, I'd even say Trey Turner might be better than Devers at this point. I mean, it's not like Rafael Devers has been very good for the Giants, but all these guys have had down starts to the season for the Phillies. Schwarber batting under 200. Bryce Harper with a 3-hit day just barely got back up to 200 batting average wise. So a lot of their studs over there are not hitting the way that they normally do. But nonetheless, you know that Bryce Harper isn't going to bat below 200 the whole season. Kyle Schwarber isn't going to bat below 200 for the whole season. And after that Justin Crawford single set the table, Trey Turner singles, and that chases Adrian Houser from the game. Then you go to the bullpen, and Baroki comes in, 4-pitch walk to Kyle Schwarber. I mean, nothing really close to the strike zone either. Nothing was like a borderline call. They were all very clearly out of the zone, like non-competitive pitches. And you cannot have that. I mean, this was the guy, like, I just listened to Tony Vitello talk right before starting the show, and Tony Vitello said that Baroki was the guy that they wanted in that spot. That's even worse, man. Like, the guy that you had pegged for this moment to go up against this hitter, like the guy that you hand selected out of the bullpen, goes in there and can't even get a strike over the plate. I don't know what more this bullpen needs to do in order to show everybody how awful they are. But this bullpen, for as many areas as the Giants struggle as a team right now, this bullpen is by far the worst part of this team, the weakest link. And this was obvious. We knew this going into the offseason. I mean, the Giants got rid of their entire bullpen depth during the season last year and did absolutely nothing to rebuild it in the offseason. I was okay with trading Camilo Duvall. I was okay with trading Tyler Rogers because I figured the Giants would try to do something in the offseason to reload some of that. I figured that, hey, maybe if Rogers leaves in free agency, he really seems to like playing in San Francisco. Maybe the Giants are able to go back out and get him after just trading him away 3 months prior. They didn't do that. He did not come back to San Francisco, obviously. He's sitting over there in Toronto, I believe, now. And the Giants have nothing. I mean, with all the injuries that you had, I mean, to be fair, that was some bad luck for this organization. I think you expected Randy Rodriguez to be around, and that would have been a huge lift for this bullpen on the back end if he hadn't gotten hurt after the Giants made all those trades last year. But you can't have all of your eggs in that one basket. Plus, Randy Rodriguez, a really young guy. There's no guarantee that Randy Rodriguez is going to be like a good reliever in this league long term. Like, he could just be a flash in the pan type guy. We see a lot of dudes who come out throwing really hard and have a great, first couple months, first year even, and then kind of hit a wall once dudes start to figure them out. Randy Rodriguez, I don't think he qualifies as that same type of pitcher. I think that he's got a really, really, really nasty sweeper to go with that fastball that is just electric. And I think that he is a quality reliever, closer, really. I think he's got closer level stuff. But it's not a guarantee. It's not like this guy is a perennial all-star. It's not like he's a 10-year pro and you know what you're getting. And the Giants put all their eggs in this one basket, and it did not work out. And I know that you couldn't have foreseen the injury, but you probably could have foreseen how dumb it was to put all of your eggs in this one basket. And you saw again tonight, and you saw it last night as well, as to why that was so stupid for this team to do. I mean, you looking up and down this bullpen. Again, we talked about this yesterday. Eric Miller, Ryan Walker, and Keaton Winn. Those are the three names I'm supposed to trust as a Giants fan. Have you ever trusted Keaton Winn? Eric Miller, sure, I trusted that guy, pre last year when he just got berated with injuries. Ryan Walker, have you ever trusted that guy? No. I mean, there is no goodwill built up for any of these players, and I just really don't understand how everybody on this bullpen is the same guy, essentially. I mean, it seems like all of these dudes are just going out there to maybe last for an inning or hopefully, I mean, it hasn't been a very good track record getting out of these clutch innings. And Baroki tonight, last 1/3 of an inning, he gives up 2 runs on 2 hits. And of course, he walked that first batter that he faced, allows those 2 runners on base to score. And man, it was just one after another. And then you get Killian in, and he immediately plunks Garcia. And Killian, by the way, even though he hit a guy tonight, was probably the Giants' best pitcher. He also walked another guy. He also walked JT Realmuto later before getting out of the inning. He issues a free pass and hits a guy, and that's our best reliever that we saw from the Giants tonight. It is bad stuff right now. I will say Blade Tidwell also looked decent in that 9th inning. He is, if you're looking for a silver lining, I think he and Matt Gage need to get more reps. I think those 2 guys are probably the guys that I trust in this bullpen the most right now, which is not a good thing. Tidwell, maybe this guy could show you something. I mean, he's got a lot of life in that young arm, throws pretty hard. He did have 2 strikeouts today, also had a walk. But Tidwell, I do really like that guy, and I think that he could be something for the Giants. But man, it is really bad to watch this team right now. By the way, in the middle of all that, in the 7th inning, you had Harrison Bader going back on a ball that ends up falling. I mean, like 2 feet in front of him, and it was so short. I mean, a big swing, I get it, but such a short little dink into the outfield, and Harrison Bader going back on the ball to start. Man, we saw this last year from the Giants outfield a lot, mostly Elliot Ramos. Harrison Bader's a Gold Glove winner in center field. This shouldn't be happening. It's like players come to the Giants and they forget how to play baseball. It's like they got, Willie Adames, Rafael Devers get here, they forget how to hit. You have Harrison Bader playing the outfield, just forgets how to play the position. I mean, Jung-Hoo Lee is supposed to be one of the better. That was like his calling card coming into Major League Baseball was that, well, maybe he might not have the power, but he's going to give you a great center field on defense, and he's going to put the bat to the ball, and he's going to have great contact ability. I'm still waiting to see both of those things from Jung-Hoo Lee. He was so bad in center field the last season and a half that he got shifted over to right field. And I'm not even so certain that he's going to stick over there either. Like Jung-Hoo Lee, this is a prove it year for my guy, Jung-Hoo Lee. I got a 51 gamer sitting in my closet. Of course I want this guy to work out. I really like his tool set, the way that this guy profiles, but just has not clicked for him with the San Francisco Giants. And you can say that about damn near anybody this team has gone out to get in the last 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, Rafi Devers, where the hell is Rafael Devers? At least the Boston Red Sox version of this guy. I have yet to see him in a San Francisco Giants uniform. It's been a while now. Like, you've had almost a full calendar year to adjust to being in San Francisco, to adjust to hitting at Oracle Park. The results need to start showing up. Meanwhile, I'm seeing James Tibbs highlights in the Dodgers, now in the Dodgers organization. Dude is one of the best minor league baseball players right now. It's just incredibly hot, and nothing could infuriate me more. The Giants selling the future, a kid who looks like he's going to be the next generational talent for the Dodgers, and he's sitting on the Dodgers roster, or at least their minor league roster. I cannot stand what this team has been doing roster construction wise over the last year, 2 years. I mean, I like the trades, the aggressive moves for guys like Rafi. I love that trade. I like them going after Willy Adames, who was probably the best position player available in that free agent class. But you got to get something on the pitching side of things. This is supposed to be a team that wins with pitching and defense. This defense doesn't look very good to me. I mean, you have another defensive blunder tonight. It's not recorded as an error, but the Harrison Bader blunder definitely impacted things in the 7th inning for that Phillies rally. You also don't have you have Logan Webb and Robbie Ray, and I've been very vocal about not trusting Robbie Ray to last for the entire season. He's great when he's on, but man, I just do not trust that Tommy John repaired elbow to last a full 162. I just don't. And then you have, especially for a guy who relies and lives and dies on the fastball, like his velo is one of the most important things about him. And you're putting all that torque on the elbow. I don't know, man. He was very good last year, and I really hope he can replicate that this year. But man, has this been a very, very, very bad stretch of baseball for the Giants. 3-8 to start the season. 1-7 at Oracle Park, by the way. The worst start at Oracle Park since it was Pac Bell Park back in 2000. The very, very, very first 10 games played here at Oracle Park were just as bad as these last 7 or so for the Giants. Or eight games, excuse me. And same record, 1-7 through those first 8 games at Oracle Park this year, 1-7 through those first 8 games at Oracle Park back in the year 2000. Worst start at this park that it's ever seen, tied with that 8-game stretch 26 years ago. You've had 26 years of Giants baseball where it has looked better than this to start the season. And I can tell you, in those 26 years, there have been some pretty bad Giants teams that I have watched. To think that this team is on a worse track record than all of those teams, pretty damn depressing, man. Let's hope that they are able to turn it around and fix some things, because this team looks bad. On the other side, we got to talk a little bit about maybe how this team can fix the bullpen, how this offense needs to continue to try to turn things around. But you saw some signs of life tonight. So some good and some bad from the offense today. And we'll also talk a little bit about how this pitching staff, how this bullpen really can improve going forward. That's what's coming up next here on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is brought to you by Gametime. The MLB season is back, and you can feel it. Fresh starts, big expectations, and that first crack of the bat, whether it's a breakout rookie or a division race that goes down to the wire, there's nothing like being in the ballpark for it. The only problem, getting tickets can feel like a grind. Long queues, surprising fees, prices jumping at checkout, and that's why there's Gametime. The Gametime app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation, and it's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences with just a few taps. It's simple to use. The Gametime guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. And here's the best part. Fees, they're included in the price you see. What you see is what you pay, period. And not only is Gametime great for Giants games, but maybe you're not feeling the Giants so much lately based on how they've been playing, especially at Oracle Park. Well, I got news for you, man. Head down to San Jose. Go watch Macklin Celebrini putting on a show at the SAP Center. Man, oh man, do you need to get down there and see this kid, one of the greatest hockey players in the league right now, and he's only 19 years old. Get down there. Make sure you use Gametime, grab some tickets, and maybe check out the zone deals. It lets me pick the section and save even more while Gametime selects the seat. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. And today's show is also brought to you by TurboTax. It's tax time, but for a lot of us, the old way of doing taxes is a lot. Trying to book an appointment, that's not the most convenient. Sitting in a waiting room with a stack full of papers, emailing back and forth, and wondering if they really get your situation. But this year, you're going to get a major upgrade. Intuit TurboTax now has in-person locations nationwide. You can meet face-to-face with a real tax expert, and your documents get uploaded straight to your TurboTax app on the spot. And just like that, you're done. Your TurboTax expert works to get you every dollar you deserve, while you get real-time notifications as you go about your day. It's the relief of walking in and meeting a real person and walking out knowing your taxes are being handled right. Head to turbotax.com/local to find a store near you and book your appointment today. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and tonight the Giants, another 6-4 loss at home at Oracle Park, another seventh inning comeback for their opponent. This time it is the Phillies who put 4 runs up in that seventh inning. And yeah, the bullpen's bad, and we got to talk about maybe some solutions if we got time on the back end of this. But before, one thing we really got to get into today that we didn't talk about yet so far, this offense, man, it did have a little bit of a breakout early, and it was nice to see them hitting some fastballs because this team has been by far, like by a massive margin, the worst team at attacking the fastball in all of Major League Baseball. It is almost mind-boggling how bad this team is at hitting that pitch. They also struggled a lot last year too. So it seems like some of those issues are still present in the lineup today. It wasn't as simple as changing out the coaching staff and getting Pat Burrell out of there. I know a lot of people wanted to lay the blame of last year's offense at the feet of Pat Burrell, but guess what? New management, new coaching staff, same problems persist. You got most of the same players out there offensively. It's almost the same exact thing. You just have Luis Arraez in the mix. And it doesn't look a whole lot better. It looks pretty much the same, in fact, as it did last year. And this team last year was very streaky. They had no sense of consistency at all. And for an offense in Major League Baseball to be good, they gotta be consistent. I mean, it's nice to have, explosion games where you have 9 runs or whatever, but would you rather have that 1 9-run game, or would you rather have the Giants score maybe an extra run or 2 in some of these losses? I would much rather have the Giants score an extra 2 runs tonight or 3 runs tonight instead of scoring 9 runs against the Padres when you don't really need it. And I know it's not really how baseball works. You can't bottle it up and save it for later, but the consistency is a major problem, is the point that I'm trying to make here. It's nice to have those big explosions where you see the offense just erupt. But I would much rather see the Giants be a little bit more consistent and a little bit less explosion-y in those games if I could make that trade. I mean, early on, it looked nice for the Giants. They did have 11 hits in this game. They had, I think, a pretty good number of hits last night as well. But it's situational hitting. Again, 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. You leave 7 on base. And after the 4th inning, man, this team just fell off a cliff. I mean, you did great with that 3-run rally in that 3rd inning. Matt Chapman with a big triple to plate 2 in the middle of all that. The 4th inning, you come back, you get another one. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe this offense just carries this momentum for the rest of the game. Maybe they tack on as the game goes on. If you're not tacking on with this bullpen, you're just asking to lose. Like, you are straight up asking to lose a baseball game. A 3-4 run lead for this bullpen, not enough. I need like 5 or 6 runs, I think, to feel comfortable with what the Giants got going on back there. And man, did it come back to bite them tonight, because after the 4th inning, it's when the Phillies did all their damage, and it felt like the Giants lost every ounce of momentum they had. I mean, this offense could not hit water if it fell out of a boat after that 4th inning. You had the Phillies plating 6 runs that did by far the most of their damage after that. In the last few innings, man, painful. I mean, Willie Adames, that double in the 9th inning was like, it seemed like that was the first time that they got a runner in scoring position since that 4th inning. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm going back to check right now, but man, the Giants in that meantime, so many 1, 2, 3 innings. Yeah, that was the first time that they had a runner in scoring position since Luis Ariz hit a sac fly in the 4th inning to score Harrison Bader. That's pathetic, man. Like, late in games, and you're just laying down and dying. 5th inning, 1, 2, 3. 6th inning, 1, 2, 3 for the Giants. I mean, 7th inning, 1, 2, 3 for the Giants. You go through the order and like 1 through 9, and everybody goes down. You don't get a single base runner out of that. That's pathetic, man. Like, this team, not very good when it comes to getting on base with any sort of consistency. And again, that's the theme of tonight's show: consistency, the biggest issue, which is what you're going to be talking about after this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And of course, you're going to be talking about the lack of consistency. It's what we've been talking about all night long. But again, with the bullpen, where we started this conversation at tonight, this is going to be an ongoing issue for the whole season. And it's a little too early in the MLB season to determine, like, you know, if certain guys are going to be able to bounce back or who you can trust and all that. But if I'm looking around, I know the track record of some of these guys in the bullpen, and I know I don't trust them. I know I don't trust Ryan Walker. I know I don't trust Keaton Wynn, and I know I don't really trust Eric Miller. I need him to earn my trust back. Eric Miller might be the one with the longest leash for me of those 3, just because he's still working his way back from those injuries. We haven't seen him pitch a whole lot since those injuries he sustained last year. I want to see if he can get back to form that we saw, you know, at the beginning of last year and the year prior. I don't trust Keaton Wynn. I really don't. He's a reclamation project at this point. Ryan Walker, I don't know why we are still doing this with Ryan Walker. We know who he is. He's a setup guy. Like, that is who Ryan Walker is. He's good in that role. As soon as the bright lights come on, where he's coming in the 9th inning, and he is the dude to shut the door at the end, he S's the bet. He's not very good in those moments. He cripples, he shrinks in those moments where the lights shine brightest. So we will see what happens with this bullpen on the back end of this little losing streak that the Giants got here, 4-game losing streak for the Giants. But I would like to see Blade Tidwell get some more action. We did see him in a big moment here for the Giants when they needed to keep things close in the 9th inning. But hey, maybe Blade Tidwell gets the nod instead of Baroki in this situation next time. I would really like to see him be unleashed and to be able to see what this kid can do. I did think that he profiled more as a starter during that after they got him back from the Mets and that Rodgers trade, but maybe the kid is going to be a better use for the Giants as a reliever right now, because we know that this bullpen desperately needs some help. Maybe you got something down in the minors you can go reach down and grab. I think Blade Tidwell right now, though, definitely needs to get some looks in those big moments, the fireman drill moments, because, man, he has been, in my opinion, the Giants' best looking reliever. And I want to see him get some opportunity, because we know what the track record is of these other guys, and it's uninspiring. So give the kid some chances. We'll see if he can get it going, or if the Giants can get anything going at all. As I said, 4-game losing streak. Last win came on Thursday against the Mets. See if they can get one tomorrow against the Phillies as they face them in the 2nd game of this 3-game series at Oracle Park. But the Giants setting up for another series loss at home, and going 0-3 in your first 3 series to start the season at home. Not what you want. It's all the time we got for you guys today here on the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.